Is there an appetite for new ska, or is this latest momentum nostalgia-driven? Could we see a fourth wave?
Who got back together?
We had a fourth wave.
Bob Aaron Frenzy.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true. Well, that was 3 years ago.
Did they get together 3 years ago?
Something like that. Got back together.
I think in any scene, well, particularly with the ska scene, it just kind of, it's ebbs and flows. You know, it's cyclical. It goes round and round like a carousel.
I definitely think there's an appetite for new ska music. I think there's a lot of ska fans that love ska music and the bands that are around, and I think people would love to see a new, amazing, and different ska band pop up.
Yes. As much as they love bands like us and Less Than Jake and Goldfinger, I think fans do want to see new ska bands.
They want something new and different.
Yeah.
And something old and the same, like us.
Yeah. I don't think it's a nostalgia thing. I think just
I want to hear a new ska band.
Yeah, I think people are just ready to have fun again. You know, they're tired of listening to really super sad, serious music. So they're ready to dance and have fun and get crazy again. There's always going to be new ska bands coming up, and we can only hope, and we will do our best to try and help support them and help get them recognized and help get them a fan base, because we love ska music.
People all over the world still love ska.
So we want to see new ska bands ourselves.
What was the inspiration behind Why Do All Girls Think They're Fat?
I just thought it was a funny title.
Because they all do.
The song really isn't about that very much at all.
But that's not the question. The question is, why do all girls think they're fat? Society.
I think the
modern society.
Girl that the song is about mentioned one time, or many times, that she was fat.
Yeah.
So
I think guys feel the same way.
Instead of calling the song whatever her name was.
No matter what my weight has been my whole life, I'm always trying to lose 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
But even though the song's not about that, people just think it's about that. So, oh, that's a hilarious song. Not really hilarious.
Does she still have a girlfriend now?
We lost touch with her a long time ago. I don't know.
I bet she does.
That's really all you can say to that. I bet she does. I'm sure she does.
If not the same one, then a different one.
And she may have a wife now.
Might be a wife.
She has a wife.
We just found out that there's an Uncle Cracker song from 2010 that goes, "My girlfriend's got a girlfriend now." We don't know if he ripped us off or not.
Have you recorded a studio version of So Much for Rock and Roll?
Yeah, it's on the live album. It's fake.
But it's a fake. It's a fake live recording.
I forgot about that song. That's been so long. I was like, so much like, what song is that?
I mean, it was recorded live. The drums and bass are live, and the audience is live, but we redid
in the studio.
Yeah, we did a lot of that on that album, just because
it's the idea.
We kind of always wanted to re-record stuff, and we went a little too crazy. It's like, now's our chance. But we really didn't need to,
because we're just that good.
Because the next live DVD was all live and sounds great.
So it's like half live,
even better.
Half live, half recorded.
Yeah, we just added a lot of stuff.
Do you have any B-sides for Candy Coated Fury? Any plans to release them in any format? We'd pay whatever they asked for.
Oh, you
these
don't want to hear
songs.
those songs. There was some other songs, but they weren't so good.
Did we? Oh yeah, we recorded drums.
If there were B-sides, we'd turn them into later A-sides.
Yeah, they're all A-sides. There are no B-sides.
Right.
There were songs recorded at one.
Question. No, maybe.
There were songs recorded at one point that just get used later.
Yeah.
Many consider Real Big Fish to be part of the holy trinity of third wave ska, along with Les and Jake and the Mighty Mighty Bosstones. Would you say that you're the Father, Son, or Holy Ghost of this trinity?
I would say the ghost, maybe. Because we're always there to haunt you. We never go away. Constantly. We will haunt your dreams forever.
We're like the sheep next to the manger that the baby Jesus was in.
We're like the bed of hay that was in.
I feel like in the 90s, everyone recognizes No Doubt, Sublime, and the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Those are the three on the list with the ska wave of the 90s. Even though we know that, I know, No Doubt, they're not ska, blah, blah, blah. But they're part of the ska scene and ska influenced. And when No Doubt came out and Sublime came out, the word ska was like in every article, and that's what started. And then us and the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, our singles came out on the same day. But they sold 2 million records. We sold 500,000 records. So they get named in the top three in.
Was that The Depression That I Get? That one song?
It's The Depression That I Get.
The Depression That I Get.
So then I think right underneath those three is us, Les and Jake, and Smash Mouth. Yeah, I don't know.
Even though they're not ska. But
I know they're not ska.
But
speaking of Les and Jake, there was some chatter on Facebook between you guys and Les and Jake about a review that described Les and Jake as the only ska band people aren't embarrassed to admit liking. Do you feel that ska has become a guilty pleasure genre?
Is that what you said?
No, they're.
I actually wrote that.
I am on their email list, and they sent out a thing about their new album coming out, and I guess the bio or the new bio or whatever said something about Les and Jake being the only ska band that people weren't ashamed to admit liking. So then I posted about that. Some people thought I was trying to talk shit about Les and Jake or start something because they didn't read the whole thing. I don't know. All I was saying is, yes, that raises an interesting question. Do you think ska is a guilty pleasure? We got a lot of comments.
I don't think it is because ska is awesome. Why does it have to be a guilty pleasure? Why does Britney Spears have to be a guilty pleasure? Why does Kesha have to be a guilty pleasure?
There's all kinds of music. Why would you be embarrassed?
Different strokes for different spokes and spokes and
Just be yourself and be proud of the music that you like.
There are no guilty pleasures.
I guess that makes us weird.
Yeah.
We like all kinds of music. It's kind of like when people are younger, they have a hard time finding an identity, and if they can't just focus on one thing, then they feel like it's all gonna be. Yeah. I don't know who I am anymore.
Yeah. Then as you get older, you realize
who gives a shit.
Yeah, you can have fun. You can enjoy all sorts of things. I can like pizza and spaghetti.
You can like hamburger, cracker and pea soup.
Dude.
Anderson's.
Hey, it's like what Bon Jovi said. It's my life. It's now or never.
Oh, Bon Jovi. Sellouts.
Yeah.
What was your favorite Saturday morning cartoon?
Well,
I can't remember what cartoons were on Saturdays when I was a kid, but I did like a lot of cartoons.
I don't know. I think this was actually a weekday morning cartoon. Was Silverhawks or Thundercats? Dude, I was so into Thunder. I was so afraid that when I turned 6 years old that I wasn't going to be into Thundercats anymore because I was older.
Did you have the action figures? Where
totally did.
Where the eyes glow, like you stick the little thing in their stomach or whatever, and
I still remember like going, "Oh, Thundercats! I'm so glad I still like it. I thought I wouldn't be into it anymore because I'm old now." Six. I still like Thundercats when I was 6. I still.
How about now? Do you like them now?
F yeah, I like Thundercats. I don't own any.
Are they your guilty pleasure?
No.
Before you interrupted me.
Captain Kangaroo.
It's not a cartoon.
Howdy Doody. That's not a cartoon.
I think my favorite was Robotech.
Oh yeah.
I love that shit.
Robotech.
Robotech. What ska bands and musicians were your biggest influences?
When we started, actually, I first really liked the English beat, but I didn't know. I was younger and I didn't know what ska was. I didn't know what reggae was, or I just thought it was all music. Probably why I have the attitude of I don't care.
Yeah, there are no
guilty pleasures.
It's just music.
No one told me until way later, and then it was too late. But yeah, I always liked English beat a lot, and Madness, and UB40 was a big favorite, more on the reggae side. So, but then when I found out what ska was, I was like, yeah, and I already love those bands. And then I get into Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, and like Dancehall Crashers, and Operation Ivy. There's a bunch of good local bands that started going to shows of Knuckle Brothers, Suburban Rhythm, and some other bands. And I saw Sublime a lot, and No Doubt a lot, live in little clubs. Ha ha ha!
Excuse me.
I was there back in the day. But for the amount of Sublime I listen to, we don't sound anything like Sublime at all.
No.
But I listen to Sublime.
We are the best
Stop.
Real Big Fish tribute band out there.
I guess the closest song we have to sounding like Sublime after I listened to Sublime for like days and days and weeks was Beer came out.
And that doesn't even sound like
It's not,
well,
not really, but you can see
Yeah. Yeah.
Beer, 40 ounces of freedom, inspiration.
Yeah. I don't really listen to Sublime, so I don't know.
What's your problem?
What do you listen to, Ryan?
Listen to Sublime.
I listen to a lot of shoegazer music, a lot of slit your wrists type music.
You listen to the Foo Fighters.
I love the Foo Fighters. I love Jimmy Eat
and
World.
the Foo Fighters.
I love Queens of the Stone Age. I love Nirvana. I love Lamb.
Anvil.
I love Anvil. I don't know. I love all sorts of music. I think anybody who joins this band all the lineup changes
like
over the
variety.
years. Yeah, we all.
Everyone who's ever been in the band likes variety.
Yeah, and I think that's why it works. The musicians that we've had in this band over the years. Except
But we love ska the most.
Yes.
Well, I do, and I write the songs, so. I like ska the most. That's what we're doing.
All right.
Were you good in English class?
Nope. I got an F.
But you were a writer. See, I'm an English
Not a
teacher.
writer.
Yeah.
He got an A in creative writing.
How about math?
I did well in poetry class.
Poetry.
But,
Poetry.
all right.
I started playing guitars. I got an F in English class in 10th grade. So I had to go to summer school, and I was grounded.
Got nothing else to do but shred in the bedroom.
This friend of mine picked me up from school, summer school one day, and he goes, "We're gonna stop at a music store." So we stopped, and the guy that worked there goes, "I give guitar lessons. Want to hear me play?" He's all.
That's awesome.
Like, oh!
I give guitar lessons. Want to hear me play?
A couple weeks ago, Dan Regan announced his retirement from Real Big Fish and his plans to focus on family and his Liberation Brewery project. How has this affected you as a band?
Made us cry.
Yeah, made us get a new trombone player.
Made us get a new trombone player.
And that would
Yeah,
be my follow-up.
We are sad. We were sad to see Dan go. We didn't really. We knew it was going to come eventually because he kind of would talk about how after he had a second baby, he's like, the wife's going to make me get off the road once the second baby comes. But we didn't think it would happen
That
right away.
Yeah.
And it was just out of the blue. So we played a show. We flew out to Baltimore and we played it. What was that place? Power Plant Live.
Power Plant Live.
And we were at the airport the next day. He sits down. Well, guess I'm gonna be retiring from the band.
We're like,
what?
mid
hamburger
Sam.
bite.
Yeah.
Huh? Now?
Who's filling his well, you can't fill his shoes, but who's
Billy Kottage.
This guy right here.
yeah,
He's
Um,
played
Yes, I
in
got
bands
it.
like the Pilfers and
Yeah.
the
Yeah, we
Kids
met
Table.
Billy in January playing with Pilfers. And then he played with Big D and the Kids Table this summer. Also. So luckily we found somebody who's a good trombone player.
Yes.
Good performer.
Who can be?
So,
who's crazy
it's not
enough
gonna-
to go on the road?
He's not going to replace Dan, but he's his own
Yeah.
character. And he's a new character in the Real Big Fish show.